Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Too Lazy to Green Screen, and this is our top story for tonight. The local police has still not found any explanation for the attacks happening within the forest zone located in northwest Raccoon City. Recently, there have been reports of bizarre murder cases in our beloved town, especially in and around the Arklay Mountain Forest. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently eaten. The local Star Special Police Division's Bravo team has been sent out to investigate and find the hideout of the group. But recent reports suggest that contact to the Bravo team has been lost, and Alpha team is to respond as soon as possible. Happy birthday! Woo! Today marks the 20th anniversary of the release of Biohazard in Japan, or as it is known in the West, Resident Evil. So in honor of my favorite game franchise in the world, how about we take a look at Biohazard for the PlayStation 1. The first time I played this game I must have been 9 or 10 years old. It was one of those games that got introduced to you as a kid by a friend or older brother as a game mommy and daddy do not want you to play. So of course I wanted to play it, and since then I never looked back. Just this little intro movie used to scare the living hell out of me. The story starts off with the STAR's Alpha team investigating the Bravo team's crash site, and immediately it starts off good. They find a hand, Joseph gets torn apart by fucking dogs. What a bloody mess. Just look at that awesome consistency. First they run, then they have time to scream, show their convincing acting skills. No! Don't go! And then they suddenly remember they were supposed to run to the nearby mansion. And then, well, the best thing ever happens.
Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine, Barry Burton, Rebecca Chambers, Albert Wesker, Biohazard.
Seriously, what the fuck was that? That was fucking awesome. Every game should have this. Every game should start with a cast roll like this. Every time I play the first game, I'm thinking to myself, oh, should I finish it today? And then I see this shit, and I'm all fired up. Barry, Jill and Wesker made it to the mansion, but curiously Chris is missing.
Where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
How the hell did Chris disappear? He was right there! What the fuck? They were all running together. Did he fucking trip or something? You hear a gunshot and decide to investigate. And that is when you start to notice why everyone loves the dialogue of this game so much.
What is it?
Blood.
Duh! You don't say it's blood, really? So we go ahead alone, investigate a bit. Hey man, what you eating there? Care to share? So Barry kills the shit out of the zombie and we head back to report to the team captain Wesker.
Wesker!
Not finding him, Barry decides to check the dining room again and sends you off to investigate the rest of the mansion. But before you part, he gives you the lockpick.
Here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Master of unlocking, eh? Barry, we love you so much. Now the game really begins. You head back to the dining room anyways, because no one can tell me what to do. You solve the piano riddle and acquire your first key. After that, it's time to investigate the mansion further. No. You kill some zombie dogs in this iconic sequence and head onwards to the room with the shotgun. You grab the shotgun and head out, but oh no, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? Barry, help! And yes, boys and girls, here it comes. The most famous dialogue in Resident Evil history.
Oh, Barry!
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving.
You know, guys, how about we get the sandwich joke out of the way? That's a goddamn good sandwich.
You were almost a Jill sandwich. You were almost a Wesker sandwich. I have this sandwich. How about going down to check by yourself? I have a sandwich.
Oh, do you?
Do you think we could see sandwich now?
Barry, you're so optimistic. You, Barry.
Yeah.
You go without Barry, fighting your way through horror zombies. And I have to be quite honest here, as a teenager, the music plus the creepy zombie voices, especially because the sound quality is so gritty, made me kinda scared.
No, but something's wrong with this house.
Whoa!
Anyways, he gives you a couple of grenades and you head onto the balcony, where you find Forrest, who has been picked to death by crows or something. Well, whatever, give me your gun. See ya! On your way forward, you destroy private property and fight your way further within the mansion, looking for more keys to unlock the closed doors. In one room, you find a big ugly ass plant, and if you remember to take the poison with you, you get rewarded.
A new car!
Nah, just a key, but that's good enough. You go to the dining room, grab the blue jewel, go to the room with the tiger and receive the win token. The first of 4 tokens you need to open the mansion's back door. Now, with your new key in your pocket, you can open some more doors. In one of them, you meet Richard.
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous.
What the fuck, just look at this guy, he should be dead like 10 times over. Instead, he sends you to get the fucking serum. Which is fucking pointless in and of itself, because he dies anyway.
But I'm...
No! Richard!
So what was the point of that? If you give me a fucking fetch quest, at least make it mean something. Anyways, time for some fucking payback for Richard. So you use the first key you found and enter the snake room. After scaring off the snake, grab the token, get poisoned and get rescued by the sandwich-hungry Barry Burton. I guess. Was it Barry or was it Wesker? I really can't tell. I mean, the logical answer would of course be that it was Barry, but he betrays you later in the game anyways. And thinking about it, Wesker wanted to collect combat data for his BOWs. So could it actually be that Wesker saved your ass there? You solve the pushing puzzle, push the button and grab the sun token. Only one more to go and we finally can get the hell out of here. Last but not least, we solved the picture puzzle, which can be annoying if you don't have a brain. The trick is to start with a picture of the baby and just activate the buttons in order of youngest to oldest. Not really that hard, but in the end you get treated to some good horror music. With all the tokens in your pocket, you get outside, grab the crank, kill some dogs, avoid the snakes that are falling from the tree.
I have had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking
tree! Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, this is actually the first time you're gonna crank it.
Crank it up till the walls cave in.
And you're gonna do that a lot more in the course of the game. Anyways, you make your way to the garden house. The first thing you collect is the red book, which turns out to be empty. You really want to take a nice long bath, but the tub is still full from the last person. So you empty the tub and... oh, what is that? The next key. Further into the garden house you find a door that is locked with a code and, well, you know, at this point I don't even care anymore. I just click around 100 times until I can see how to solve it. I am lazy that way. Anyways, you grab another key to the house and...
no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
in the next room you find a secret ladder to the basement. You go down and... no! Not another push puzzle. They take so much time. This is actually the point where you start to realize that most of the puzzles in the game consist of things like this. They should have called the game Pushing and Cranking the Game. You avoid the sharks in the basement and drain the water. Not so tough anymore now, Mr. Shark. You grab another key and get your ass back up to open the last room. Here you disturb some poor guy who is on the toilet, and as a reward you shoot him in the fucking face. In the shelf you find a book which explains how to mix the V-old mixture, which you need to kill the plant mentioned in other documents. So you go to the chemical room, mix the mixtures, go down to the basement and use it on the plant's roots. And now it's time to fight. Tentacle porn! Huh. Seems to become a theme of my videos. Anyways, you grab the key, and on the way out you run into Wesker.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons.
What reasons? Come on, Jill, ask some more questions. What the fuck? This guy is shady as fuck. I don't even understand how he became captain of the STARS team. Isn't he supposed to be a scientist or something?
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Ooh. Oh, I just started getting a clue. Really? Yeah, I'm totally getting a clue.
Why the hell do they never stick together? Seriously. I never understand that movie or game logic. On the way back to the main house, Brad, the helicopter pilot, gives you a call on the radio you stole from Richard.
This is Brad. I know you can't answer me, but somehow, give me a...
Just, I don't know, just make a fucking fire in the courtyard. Come on, you got like 20 grenade rounds in your inventory. Just fucking shoot them in the air. Brad's gonna see them for sure. After heading back to the house, you finally encounter the iconic hunters. These beasts are fucking scary. Seriously, if you're not careful from now on out, you're gonna be hunter food. You start searching the new rooms, and in one of them, you come across the snake again.
I have had it with these mother...
Yeah.
After killing the snake, you investigate the hole in the floor, and suddenly Barry shows up. He lets you down, but drops the damn rope, so you gotta wait for him to come back. Even Jill got impatient, just look at that face. This is, by the way, one of the few plot points which are decisive for the outcome of the story. If you do not wait for Barry and go on through the secret exit, he will die. After that, you continue searching the house, and on the way get the magnum, the battery and the optional modis.
This house is clean.
You head back to the courtyard, use the battery on the alternative lift and go back to the floodgate to crank it again. But then you of course realize you forgot the goddamn crank. Fuck! You get the crank and you crank it again.
They like the way I do this when I crank it like a chainsaw.
After descending into the sewers, Barry shows up and you can send him into the next area alone. After that you discover Enrico, who somehow managed to get this far without any of the items that you needed. Seriously, nothing against him, but how the fuck did he do that? I had to kill all those monsters, solve all those puzzles, just to open the fucking floodgates so I get down into the sewers. But he somehow managed to get in there without doing any of this. Good night, Enrico. You pick up crank number 2 and head on, cranking it some more. And now you get to face off against the mother spider, who is not too happy you killed all her babies earlier on. Just guess what's happening now. Seriously, just guess. Anything. Just guess. You gotta fucking crank it again. This time you even get to crank the same hole twice. And after that, crank it again. What the fuck?
Crank that soul, now I mean you. Crank that soul, now I mean you. Crank that soul, now I mean.
Holy fuck! They really love the fucking crank. Seriously, I think I've never used the word crank this much in my entire fucking life. Crank here, crank there, crank that, crank this, crank that 2 times. What the fuck, they went totally overboard with that shit. Anyways, you pick up the second medallion, go to the well, place the medallion into their spot and descend into the final area, the secret laboratory. Naked zombies! You find a big door that is locked by 3 passcodes, which you get by using 3 modisks in these weird machines. That must be something that was before my time. I've never seen one of these things before. So you search around for a way to open the other doors, and you find a PC. And the awesome hacker you are, you swiftly deactivate the electronic locks.
Hide the planet! Hide the planet! Shut up!
Don't you just love computer systems and games? Every company has like their own OS. Come to think of it, like in real life, is there even any company that uses anything else but Windows, Linux or Apple? More naked zombies. You go upstairs and use the film scroll on the projector, which is actually really interesting. It finally gives a name to the monsters, and in a shocking twist which no one could have foreseen, it turns out Albert Wesker is a bad guy. You grab the power room key, and finally you can enter the morgue. Oh wait, but not before pushing stuff again. Oh my god! Didn't you have enough now of these pushing and cranking puzzles?
Push it to the limit. Walk along the razor's edge. But don't look down, just keep your head or you'll be finished.
You find an elevator, which of course has no power. So you get your ass to the power room to restore the electricity and get the last passcode. Seriously, the one thing that I always was scared shitless about were those fucking black monsters. They are fast, mean and fucking ugly. My childhood's nightmares. With all 3 passcodes in your hand, you enter the big door, only to find a horrible cutscene.
Is that you, Jill?
Oh, Chris, you're alive!
Of course. Damn it, we're in quite a predicament, Jill.
You go back to the elevator and suddenly Barry pops up. Again. And wants to follow you. Again. But uh-oh, seems somebody has been waiting for you.
Just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill.
Be careful, he wants to make a sandwich of you.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
How about you ask him how the fuck he got there without the elevator having electricity? Anyways, Barry knocks out Wesker with a solid pat on the back. So you enter the lab to check out the Tyrant, and damn, he really looks cool. Buddy, what's wrong with your mouth?
Damn you!
Don't you dare touch my Barry.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
Can't control what it does.
No! No!
So you defeat the Tyrant, help Barry up, and make your way back to the elevator. After saving Chris, the final showdown is just around the corner. One more battery, one more horrible cutscene.
Oh no, you must be kidding! After you've come all the way here!
Ladies first. Go first, Jill.
But Chris!
Give me a chance to play nice guy.
You shoot the flare, and here we go!
It's coming! Jill! Kill that monster! You're our Amazon, Jill!
Well, and one more final cutscene, and that's the end of Resident Evil. The first and the second Resident Evil are 2 of my most favorite games of all time. I still prefer the second one over the first one, but if it weren't for the success of the first one, we would never have such an awesome franchise, at least up until maybe number 4. You can also play through the story as Chris, which I believe is actually canon, even though it doesn't make much sense because you never get to meet Barry and he's in Resident Evil 3, so I'm not sure how that works out. And in conclusion, congratulations Capcom on 20 years of Resident Evil, and thank you Resident Evil for being such a big part of my childhood. Until next time. good
Sandwich.
time.